Good morning, Year 5. Welcome to your Thursday maths lesson. Today we're going to multiply non-unit fractions by an integer. Remember, integer means a whole number, and a non-unit fraction is when the numerator on the top is not 1. It's any other number but not 1. Could you record these in your book, please, and underline them, and then complete your flashback 4 and your time in your book. Pause the video while you do this. Let's see how you did. Here are your answers. Pause the video while you mark your answers in blue pen. And let's move on. So, yesterday we looked at multiplying unit fractions, and today we're going to multiply non-unit fractions by an integer or by a whole number. Let's get ready with a recap on skills ready for today's learning. So 4 times 1/9, that means 1/9 added 4 times. So 4 times 1 is 4/9. Well done. Number 2, which is correct? This one or this one? It's this one, because the mistake on this one is they've multiplied both parts by the 4. So actually 4/20ths is an equivalent fraction to 1/5. We haven't done 4 lots of 1/5. So it would be multiplying the numerator 4/5. This one, what is the answer to this calculation? 11 times 1/5. Think about what we remembered and learned here and here. 11 times 1 is 11, so 11/5. What would that be as a mixed number? It would be 2 wholes, because 2 wholes would be 10/5, and 1 more fifth to get up to 11/5. So it's 2 and 1/5. Next, a missing number times 3 is 3/13. What times 3 is 3? It's 1. Well done. Let's move on. So today we're looking at non-unit fractions, and you can see here that 2/9 is a non-unit fraction because 2 is more than 1. So Ron drinks 2/9 of a litre of orange juice each day for 3 days. How much orange juice does Ron drink during the 3 days altogether? Pause the video and have a think what you would need to do as a calculation. Let's draw that out. If we draw it out, one day he drinks 2/9, on the second day he drinks 2/9, on the third day he drinks 2/9, and I'm going to need to add all those together. And that would make 6/9 of a litre. And we can see we have got 2/9 3 times. So we could write that as 2/9 times 3. And that's 6/9 of a litre. If we find a number that goes into both parts, 3 goes into both. How many 3s in 6? 2. How many 3s in 9? 3. So it's actually the same as 2/3 of a litre, and that's the answer. 2/7 multiplied by 3. Tiny says 2 times 3 is 6, and 7 times 3 is 21. So the answer is 6/21. Do you agree with Tiny, or do you think he's made a mistake? You should have noticed he'd made a mistake, because what we're actually doing here is we're doing a repeated addition. We've got 2/7, and we have it 3 times, or 3 lots of 2/7. 2/7 add 2/7 add 2/7. Let's draw it out. Well, here are our 7 pieces in a whole one, and let's put on 2 of those 7s. Let's put on these 2/7. There they are. And these 2/7. There they are. As you can see, the bar has not got any bigger. The bar stays the same size. Because we're working in 7s, we don't need to change anything. So you can see here that we've got 6/7. Have a look at this picture. This would be 6 over 21. Can you see that 6 over 21 is actually an equivalent fraction to 2/7? When you multiply both parts, you're only finding the equivalent fraction. You are not doing that repeated addition in a quick way. 2 11s add 2 11s. Let's picture it. 2 11s add 2 more 11s. You can still see we've got 11 pieces and 4 of them are shaded. We have 2 times 2 11s, and that's 4 11s altogether. Pause the video and have a go at this one. You can see the bar is split into tenths, and we need to group them in 3/10, and I need them 3 times. Think what addition, repeated addition, would be here, and what will the answer be? You have a go. Let's see how you did. Here's 3/10, and 3 more tenths, and 3 more tenths. You can see here I have 3/10 3 times. So I have 3/10, add 3/10, add 3/10, and that makes 9/10. Well done. Your turn, please, to have a go at questions 1 to 4 on the worksheet. Here's how I'd like you to record those. Remember, you can come back to this to find equivalent fractions at any time. This is how I'd like you to lay it out in your book, just like we saw on the video a moment ago. So 2 7s add 2 7s add 2 7s. We draw the bar as 7 pieces, and we shade in 2 each time in a different colour using the colours in your pack. And we write that as 3 times 2 7s, which is 6 7s. I've shown you again for 3/10 add 3/10 add 3/10, so you can see what to do. You could pause the video here to help you with your recording and presentation neatly in your book. I'd like you to go all the way to the end of question 4, please, by pausing the video, and then when you've finished at the end of 4, come back to me. Let's move on. 4 times 2 7s. So we could look at it on a number line. And here you can see I've split my number line from 0 to 1 whole 1 into 7s. And I'm going to write those 7s onto there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 7s, and 1 whole 1 is 7 7s. Continue on with my improper fractions. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 7s, and 2 whole 1s is 14 7s. Now I need to go in jumps of 2 7s. So this will be my first jump from my 0, and I need 4 of those jumps. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps, and I land here on 8 7s. So we write that answer here. It's 8 7s. And you should be able to see that we've gone past 1 whole 1, because 7 7s is 1 whole 1. So that's 1 whole 1 and 1 more 7th. And that's the answer. This is what we're going to look at in this next section. Pause the video and see if you can apply what you've been learning to find the answers to these ones. Remember to convert your answer back into mixed numbers when you found the answer. On you go. Let's see how you did. So we do 13 times 3, and that's 39. We have 39 eighths. How many eighths go into 39? 8, 16, 24, 32. So it fits in 4 whole times, and that gets me to 32. From 32 to 39 is 7 more. So it's 4 whole 1s and 7 eighths. Let's have a look at the second one. 5 times 6 is 30. So it's 30 over 6. How many 6s go into 30? It fits in 5 times exactly, with no leftovers. Next one, 3 11s multiplied by a number is 3 whole 1s. Well, first we need to change 3 whole 1s into 11s, and that would be 33 11s. 1 whole 1 is 11 11s, 2 whole 1s is 22 11s, 3 whole 1s is 33 11s. So 3 times what number is 33? 11. Well done. and that's the answer. Let's have a look at this question. Something times something gives me 4 whole ones, and you can see we're working with ninths. So, because I know we're working in ninths, I have to work out how many ninths fit into 4 whole ones. I could multiply those together. 9 times 4 is 36, so I have 36 ninths. Then I have to think of 2 numbers that will multiply together to make 36, because we remember the number, the integer, multiplied by the numerator is what gives me this. So we need to think about factors of 36. That means 2 numbers that will multiply together to make 36. Can you think of any? Well, what about 36 times 1? They could go in there. But if you remember, today's learning is all about non-unit fractions. So what about if we state that the fraction, this part, must be a non-unit fraction, so it can't be 1. Let's have a think then. What other factors of 36 are there? What other numbers can we multiply together to make 36? Over to you to have a go. Let's see what you came up with. I could have 18 times 2 to get 36. So it could be 18 times 2 ninths. There are lots of other possibilities. I wonder if you found them. I'd like you to now try questions 5 to 7 on your worksheet, and here's how I'd like you to record them in your book. For example, 5a says 3 times 3/4. So that means if we're working with quarters, there will be 4 jumps to get to 1 whole, 4 more jumps to get to 2, 4 more whole jumps to get to 3 whole ones. Then I'm doing 3 times 3 is 9. So each jump must be 3 in a jump, 1, 2, 3, and you can see we land on 9/4, which is the same as 2 whole ones and 1/4. I've shown you how to do B because we're working in fifths. There are 5 jumps now between each whole one. So remember the denominator tells us how many jumps between. I'd like you to continue to the end of question 7, please, by pausing the video here to look at that neat presentation for your book. Finish to the end of 7 and then come back to me for additional problem solving. Red group, you've got these in your pack. Everyone else, if you want to try them, here they are. So for this first one, it says use the digit cards. We can see the digit cards here, and you can only use them once in each of those spaces to complete these multiplications. So a whole integer multiplied by a fraction equals another fraction. The same here, but this time I'm using 1 to 6. And it's given you a little hint here. You need to try different options by doing trial and error, so trying them out and seeing whether it works to find solutions that work in these spaces. It's really important you try, and if it doesn't work, you try something different. With this one, Whitney has calculated 4 times 3/14. Here she's shown it on here. And she says from the picture I can see 4 times 3/14 is 12/56. Do you agree with her? And if not, why? So I've given you some sentence starters to support. I disagree. Whitney has made the mistake of, what did she do? And then I want you to tell me what the correct answer should be. So the correct answer should be, and show me your calculation to find it. Good luck with these extra challenges today, and I'll see you tomorrow.